देखिए प्रोटिस्टा का अगर हम लोग बात कर रहे हैं सर, तो प्रोटिस्टा हम लोग का क्या है सर, दिस आर दोज ग्रुप ऑफ ऑर्गेनिजम्स विच कंटेन यूनी cellular organisms. Okay, this group of organism basically contains your unicellular organisms, and these organisms were eukaryotic in nature. ये organisms कैसा हमारा, तो they are eukaryotic in nature. Now talking about this particular group of organisms, there is a very there is a saying said the boundaries are not well defined, and we have discussed this particular thing in case of classification also, that there were scientists who believe that this particular organisms which are present here should belong to either plant, either animals, not to the particular protista kingdom. So that's why we say that the boundaries in their cases are not basically well defined. Now talking about this particular group of organism, so this group have diverse category of nutrition. We see organisms are autotrophic here. We see organisms are saprophytic here. And at the same time, we see the organisms are also parasitic here. There are organisms which show symbiotic association also. Like we see in case of protozoans, we will see certain examples which show symbiotic association. Now, if we are talking about this group of organisms, what do we see here is, here the cell wall is basically made up of cellulose and pectin. Every single organism have their different compositions that we will discuss later, but as a overall we can say the cell wall is basically made up of cellulose and pectin. Now obviously the particular organism is eukaryotic, the cell structure will be mostly eukaryotic, which we will see later, but now we will be talking about something known as reproduction. So if we are talking about reproduction, there are basically two methods of reproduction. One is asexual, another is sexual mode of reproduction. Now talking about asexual mode of reproduction, we basically see two different methods here. One is called the binary fission, okay, and another is called your spore formations. Okay, on the other side, if we see sexual reproduction, this is basically by syngamy, where we see all different types, the isogamy, anisogamy, and oogamy type. We observe all of them. Okay, now talking about this reproduction, so what do we see here is the most of the organisms here are haploid. There are certain organisms which are diploid here. So we'll see two different kind of life cycle. One is haplontic life cycle. Now one of the common example of your haplontic life cycle is your basically dinoflagellates, which shows haplontic life cycle. And there is another life cycle which is called diplontic, and if we want to see the example of diplontic life cycle, we'll have diatoms. Now about the life cycles, we have already we will be seeing this particular part in case of your particular plant kingdom, where we'll discuss life cycles, haplontic, diplontic, and diplohaplontic. Okay, so write it down. See, if we are talking about protista, we can broadly classify this protista into three different groups. One is called the photosynthetic protista. One is called your particular saprophytic protista. We have photosynthetic protista, saprophytic protista, and animal-like. Now, when we are saying animal-like, we are basically referring to protozoans. This section of protozoans will be dealt by a particular zoology teacher. Now photosynthetic protista, we will be dividing them into three different portions. What are these three different portions which we have? So the first category which we have in photosynthetic protista is called diatoms. We have dinoflagellates, and we have euglena. In case of saprophytic, we have slime mold. Now this slime mold can be basically divided into two different types: the acellular slime mold and the cellular slime mold. Okay, so these are your basic divisions which we have. We will be studying diatoms, dinoflagellates, euglena, acellular and cellular serially. Now talking about the first group here, what we have is your particular dinoflagellates. Okay, now if we are talking about dinoflagellates, what do we see? This particular group of organisms are mainly marine in nature and mostly found on the surface of water. Okay, in marine condition also they are mostly found on the surface of water. The color of this particular group differ from yellow, green, brown or blue to red in color. The color differs a lot. Now talking about this group, we'll see what is the nutrition in their cases. So if we are talking about nutrition of this particular group, we find photosynthetic nutrition. So this group have photosynthetic nutrition. Okay, they are photosynthetic in nature. Okay, इतना लिखेंगे फिर आगे चलेंगे. See, so we are talking about the particular mode of nutrition is photosynthetic. Now there is another word which is used for photosynthetic. It is also known as holophytic. So holophytic also means the same thing. Now if we are talking about this group of particular bacteria, what do we see here is the dinoflagellates cell wall is divided into two plates. What are these two plates? We can call them epitheca and the hypotheca. ठीक है, इन दोनों प्लेट्स को हम लोग क्या बोलते हैं? एपिथिका एंड हाइपोथिका बोलते हैं. The cell wall resembles armors used during the war, so that's why they are also known as armored algae. इसलिए इनको क्या नाम दिया जाता है? armored algae भी बोला जाता है. Now as we can see,
armor का मतलब
आर्मर का मतलब होता है बाबू जो पुराना जमाना में फाइट्स नहीं होता था तो जो लोग अपना ऊपर में कवच टाइप का पहनता था, लोहा का कवच वगैरह पहनता था ना राजा महाराजा, उसको बोलते हैं आर्मर. तो इसका अपीयरेंस भी कुछ उसी तरीके का होता है. अभी हम डायग्राम दिखाएंगे आपको इसका. ठीक है. Now talking about the flagella here. So flagella, what we are saying, they are two flagella. First thing, there are two flagellas. One flagella is longitudinal, another is transverse. Now transverse one comes from groove. So once we will see the structure of this particular dinoflagellates, I will explain you what is this groove or the furrow which we say. Now if we are talking about this particular flagella, they are perpendicular to each other. They are perpendicular to each other and they beat in same manner. Okay, they beat also in same manner, means one will be beating like this, then other will be beating like this. Okay, so what we're gonna have is something like this. There will be one thing which is trying to create force this side. There is another thing which is trying to create force this side. Because of this, what we have a rotatory motion. And because of this, the particular flagella or the particular organism is also known as welding whips. Okay, the flagella is also known as welding whips. लिख लीजिए अब. अब इसके बाद हम लोग स्ट्रक्चर देखेंगे और एक दो छोटा मोटा चीजों का बात करेंगे. So see here, if we are looking at the structure, this red color basically is your cell membrane, and with black color we are depicting the cell wall. So this is called epitheca, and this is your hypotheca. So as we have said, there will be a flagella which will be coming from here. There will be a flagella which will be coming from the transverse groove. So there are two flagella which are coming from different places. One is called your particular transverse groove. One is called the longitudinal groove. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Now, if we are talking about this flagella, what do we see here is the particular flagella movement we have already discussed. The next thing which we'll be seeing here is this particular organism, dinoflagellates, are photosynthetic in nature, right? So when we are saying the dinoflagellates are photosynthetic in nature, they are photosynthetic in nature. So they must be containing pigments. Now when we are talking about pigments, what do we see? Because of the pigment, what they have an appearance of yellow to brown in color, and sometimes also shows your golden brown color because of the particular pigments which we have. Now if we are talking about pigments, they have chlorophyll A, they have chlorophyll C, they have xanthophylls. Okay, in xanthophylls we have the xanthin, which we have xanthin, and there is another pigment called dinozanthin. So these are the type of xanthophylls that we have. Now if we are talking about this particular group of organism, the stored food material, if we are talking about, it is starch. Now if I am talking about this particular group of organism, what they show is they have a property called bioluminescence. Okay, they show a property called bioluminescence. Okay, and this property of bioluminescence, what happens at night, they glow. Okay, now that's why they are also known as the fire algae. Okay, we also call it the fire algae. Now there are some important questions which will be coming up from here. One is this. Another is there is something called red tide. Now this particular group of organisms, they shows sometimes red in color. Now what happened, because of the large number of them, they are present all along the particular sea in the tides, and the red color will give rise to something called red tide. And here the example which will be asked is Goniolax. Very important example, sir. Now at the same time, if we are talking about this Goniolax, we have another example along with Goniolax is Gymnodium. We need to understand this particular organism release a toxin called sexy toxin. Okay, what we call them? The sexy toxin. It is acquired by shellfish, followed by human. If it is taken up by human, it leads to a disease called paralysis. Okay, it leads to a disease called paralysis, and that's why the disease is known as shellfish paralysis. Okay, लिख लीजिए अब इसको. It is also known as, mostly it is known as your paralytic shellfish poisoning. Paralytic selfish poisoning. So you can get anything from here. सबसे ज़्यादा चांसेस रहता है इस वर्ड का यूज़ करने का, ठीक।